is send off that is befitting for him, because we would love to say farewell to Lindani, but if you have decided to bury him abroad, you have not had that opportunity to say farewell to our son, our beloved son, the husband, the father, and the grandson. Emdenini wakwamyeni, thank you very much for raising up such a man, our ambassador of sport. Ulindani stands for KwaZulu-Natal, for South Africa. Despite what is siyambona noma singamboni, he stands for his country. He represented us very well. Thank you very much. Myeni family, magama esingawazi ukuthi angakanani umsebenzini wenzile. Yilo show iBhayibheli ukuthi khulisa umntwana ngendlela ukuthi noma esemdala angasuki kuyona, sikubonile nokwenza lokho. Umsebenzi wami is very brief, is to introduce the premier of our province, who need not to be introduced. The premier of our province is the leader of government in KwaZulu-Natal, who have led at the ward level as the councillor up to being the premier. It's the political leader of my organization, the African National Congress. He started leading in the ANC in his tender age, from the youth league up to now. He led from the branch level up to the national level. He's now leading the national. As much as he is the leader, but ubaba umndeni wakhe, nkosikazi kaMazondi lo. Baba, I understand the thing among nkosikazi kaMazondi ukuthi ngithini. He understands very well, so ningangicorrect. Indoda kaMazondi kuyikho konke mabeganene, angithi baba equal partners, so ningangicorrect. The father to the beautiful sons and the daughter, the brother to the Zikalala family, and also the son, Kamfundis. That's why he is leading us very well. Umfowethu, untanga yethu. Thank you very much, Honorable Premier, to have you as our leader and leading our government. You are doing very well. Here is the podium.
sethu, sono sethu, sethu ngumnya. Sono sethu, ngumnya. Program Director, MEC, Stolen Loyi, Mrs. Lindsay Mieni, the Mieni family, as well as the Anderson family, MEC Mavimbela, MEC Koza from the Department of Social Development in KwaZulu-Natal, the mayor of this district of King Cetshwayo, Mayor Phungula, the mayor of Umhlathuze, who is also the chairperson of the ANC in this region, Mayor Mhlongo, the speaker of Umhlathuze, Mama Councillor Mkhize, members of the clergy, especially Bishop Mthelezi, as well as Pastor Niman, the president of the KZN Sports Confederation, Matumwani, the chairperson of the Zululand Rap Union, Mr. Makoba, all councillors, especially Mr. Zondi, who's a ward councillor here, the friends from the United States of America, the Rap Union and the sport fraternity in general, fellow mourners, nomphakathi wonke walapha esikhaleni namaphethelo, were indeed gathered here today to mourn and commemorate the life of Lindani Sanele Mieni, whose life was brutally snatched away from us in Hawaii on the 14th of April 2021. Ngineqiniso elithi ngesikhathi umndeni wakaMyeni uthola uLindani wabhalansisa into embili, ukulinda kodwa wabusuthi sesanele, ngoba wawunethemba elithi umndeni uzoqhubeka. Kwanele kuthina njenge-generation, kodwa through uLindani umndeni wakaMyeni uzoqhubeka wande, and therefore for them kwakwanele bathusanele. While we are in pain on such a somber day, we must also surmount strength to celebrate the life of Lindani Mieni, an adoring husband to his wife Lindsay, an adopting father to his son Nsizwa and a daughter Nandi, a loving son and a brother to his siblings, and a son to his parent, and a grandson to his grandmother. Ngakho sithi mama azini ukuthi namanje sinani, uNkulunkulu makanigcine. At 29 years, Lindani had a lot to offer to his country and the world. Had he not been untimely killed at his prime of his life. Those who took his life want us to believe that he was a criminal and a violent man. But those who know him well tell tales of a soft-spoken, and a gentle giant who was always considerate and compassionate. Gentle giant who could not hurt anyone. It is unbelievable that his life was cut so short. It is difficult to come to terms that the man whose sweat and his sweat voice macerated the heart to please Idol's judge. Lindani used his voice as a war cry to inspire confidence and to encourage his rapid teammates. He also used his voice to instill fear to opposing team. His voice, which has been eternally silenced, still echo across the globe as his killing has united the people from different colors, creed, and cultures. Lindani's untimely departure at the hands of police who were supposed to protect him touched the hearts and souls of many generous people across the world who joined our government in raising funds to cover his transportation back home, funeral costs, as well as the legal fees involved in the family's plight to uncover the circumstances surrounding his death. We are eternally grateful to those considerate souls who opened their hearts and pockets to help the family and the provincial government in the repatriation of Lindani's body from United States of America to South Africa. Equally, I wish to thank the government of South Africa, especially diplomats who represent us in the United States, from Ambassador Noma India Mfeketo to Consular General Ms. Thandi Sunduzu, for the way they've supported us and they have handled the whole matter with dignity. We're thankful to Lindani's Hawaii friend who have shared memories with us, but one of them, Belo Siluchani, wrote an instructing memory in his honor to Lindani. He said, as I quote, "Lindani was a pure soul. In addition to all his talent, he had a big heart. He was very selfless, a story that stands out to me in how we were both waiting on U.S. immigration for our papers. I was waiting on my citizenship while he was waiting on his work permit. We were both frustrated with waiting, but when I got my citizenship, he was the first person to congratulate me wholeheartedly. Even though he had not gotten his own papers yet, he made it a point that he drove out of the suburb that very same day so that we could celebrate together. We hugged, sang beautifully, and celebrated. He celebrated my success in the face of his waiting. He spent the night at my house. He just had a great way to make you feel good. And he was like that with me, everyone, with his family and friend. I'm honored to have known him," close quote. This is what those who have spent time with Lindani would say. From this narration, it is evident that Lindani's selfless nature touched many people from home and as far as United States. They all sing with one voice to bemoan and mourn the cruel killing of this African son. To keep Lindani's memory and legacy alive, let us all unite and denounce the hostility and the hostile manner of his killing. Let us condemn his killing while demanding swift justice to prevail and take its course. Writing about Lindani Myeni in the story of the Sunday Independent on the 25th of April, Abba Mukwe draw from a current statistic research to reveal how widespread is the tendency of murdering black people in the United States. He says, as I quote, "The trend of fatal police shooting in the United States seems to only be increasing, with a total of 213 civilians having been shot, 30 of whom were black. in the first 3 months of 2021. In 2020, there were 1,021 fatal police shootings. And in 2019, there were 999 fatal shootings. Additionally, the rate of fatal police shooting among the Black Americans was much higher than for any other ethnicity, standing at 35 fatal shootings per million of the population as of March 2021, close quote. And this story was further narrated by the CBC News, which told us that in 2021, in a period of less than 8 months, more than 164 Black people were killed by U.S. police. Some of the names were heard, and those that have caught the international community will include those of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Eric Gardner, Michael Brown, Walter Scott, Alton Sterling, Stephen Clark, and Rodney King. All of these have been killed by none than the U.S. police. What is even more tragic is that these deaths of Black people at the hands of white police go largely unpunished. We thus call for an action, unity of all people to ensure that the law prevails. We wish Mrs. Lensley and Mrs. Mieni and the family every strength as they continue to pursue justice in U.S. courts for the murder of Lindane. We know it will not be easy for it to take place. It is also for this reason that we wish to add our voice that we are absolutely disgusted by this insensitive killing, but also by the manner in which the police of the U.S. are not held accountable in killing Black people. Let us use our voices to call for justice so that Lindane's death is not in vain, but instead protect other Blacks in the U.S. To those who grew with him in the Scaling, they tell us of a giant who loved to laugh and enjoy the village with his peers. People who know him better speak of a young man who despised violence against women and children. Those who were familiar with him attest to the way he protected his sister from violent men. We need more young men like Lindane who will protect and shield women and children. Lindane would have been an asset to our country and our province as we face the scourge of gender-based violence and femicide, which is described as second pandemic after COVID-19. To his beloved wife, his sons, we say to you, you must know that you've got compatriots who feel your pain and will always be with you. We want to applaud him for defying all odds. In our own country, I'm sure you will know, it is not easy for Africans to become an excellent and successful rugby players. And we commend you, a team, Yalapa Empangini, Escali, for representing the district well in the rugby, and you stand for all of us. But he became a successful rugby player into a point where he went to play outside the country. But more than that, it is unusual for South Africans of his age to have traveled for this distance, going all over the world, but also don't be afraid to pursue opportunities, even if you would go to United States. We're comforted and heartened that the people of Scaling have fond memories of their son who hails from their community. They fondly speak of a sport ambassador who put the name of Eskalini on the world map. Their faces light up with happiness when they recall that during his visit to home from Hawaii, Lindani would gather together the local youth and coach them on how to play rugby. By exposing them in the sport, Lindani was indirectly taking them away from the influence of drugs and other illegal substances which find fertile ground in inactive youth. By following sport, Lindani took a route to promote his talent, but also to use sport as a career. And this is a lesson that the youth of our country must learn and follow. It is painful that those who are good don't stay so long, as attested in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1, which reads as follows: good people pass away, the godly often die before their time, but no one seems to care or wonder why. No one seems to understand that God is protecting them from the evils to come. This is what Isaiah 57 verse 1 says. And this testimony, hard as it is, but make us to believe that Lindani was a flower whom God wanted to use as a decoration in his own place. We know that as an engineering professional, Lindani's service would have come handy to our country and to the province. We're hopeful that Lindani will become a seed from which we will grow many engineering graduates from his communities to the province and the country at large. Such graduates will be of great service to the country and to the people which we need dearly. We pin our hope to the U.S. authorities, including U.S. President Joe Biden, that his intervention and as well as the social organizations might help the wheel and turn the wheel for justice, so that we will know what happened with the life of Mr. Lindani. With that, City, farewell to him, but to his wife, to his grandmother, and umndeni wonke wakwamyeni, we say, be comforted. May you understand that the Lord, the God, will never desert you. Hambi kahle Lindani, siyabonga mphathoshe.
Siyabonga uNkulunkulu. Sizocela-ke ukuthi sidlulele phambili nohlelo ngenxa yesikhathi. We supposed to have finished at 12. Because we are only allowed to gather for 2 hours, and I was worried because I could not see people going through.
No, just a moment ago, the KZN Premier Sihle Zikalala was giving his respects to Lindani Myeni, who was killed by police in Honolulu in Hawaii. They are having his memorial service at the moment. We're going to go for a